Hello, Mars in Capricorn. I moved from my desk. It was that chair, man. But this chair, I really like my chair. Okay, so Mars in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn. This is a message for you. I really hope you know what Mars in Capricorn means, but let's see. Mars is are the things that we are that we feel very brave and courageous, and that we're willing to fight for. It's our inner warrior. So if it's in Capricorn, it should be like into work. So you're very laborious. You're good at your work, and you like working. Maybe you overexert yourself. Maybe you overdo it sometimes. That will be the imbalance part of a Mars in Capricorn. I'm not an astrologer. I'm telling you what I know. You can check that better. And every astrologer has like a different thing or interpretation, I mean. Okay, I'm gonna cut it. Ah, wait. Right, so 9 of Wands, the Tower, 6 of Wands, ooh, 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, what am I saying? Okay. This is a spread of 5 cards, and it's telling me that there is something that you felt the need to defend. Maybe there was someone that wasn't agreeing on you, wasn't that in the same page as you, and you felt like you needed to stand because you had a point in this matter, you had a say on this, you had to protect whatever is it that you feel you've been working on so hard. And that might have caused like some discomfort to someone. I don't know if it was towards to you or someone that it's involved in this war situation that you're at, and that you have to defend, or that you have to that you've been putting your efforts onto, like the expression of putting your life on the line, like you really, like, you know what you're, you know the value of whatever it is that you are defending and protecting. And it's either someone who didn't like it, it could be that someone else didn't like what you were doing, the way that you were doing it, or by doing so you realize that you don't want to be here. Maybe you began to realize that by staying here, defending yourself, trying to make a point across or whatever, it's not what you're up for, what you signed it for. Is not what you wanted in this situation. So it's either you or someone else that, or another circumstance that all of a sudden is telling you that that needs to fall apart. And I don't think it's bad either way. Like something fell apart that needed to go. And funny enough, that will help you in your journey. Whatever needed to fall down, disintegrate, to know the truth, like to see the truth about a situation, to know who's with you, who is against you. That sounds like super black and white way of seeing the world. It's not, but I mean, it's kind of like a clarity. It's like it someone opened their eyes and said that that was enough. And it's so funny that after this, Six of Wands will come. So maybe, I don't know, but this is what I'm saying. If you would like to shed some light on any of this and you feel like it will be great to know in the commentaries, because to come from here where there's struggle, where there's this energy of falling apart after a long standing, then we come to this, to feeling victorious, to feeling like we did what we had to do and we proven ourselves, we prove our value, we were right. That's the feeling, or you were right, or someone was right. Like there is this sensation of winning, like winning after the fall apart. And I think it does have to be probably with walking away from a situation, because the next card is Eight of Wands. I mean, I keep saying Eight of Wands. Eight of Cups. Okay, so communication. If I keep trying to say an Eight of Wands, has to do with some sort of communication, which was victorious probably in casting this part away. There is some cast out, there is someone that, or a situation that it's been casted out, like you won, or the part that won is like saying to this, okay, now you go, you know, like comes from me like, no. There is sadness, of course, there is this, and I see that someone is still looking back, because it could be, let's say you won, whatever situation we're talking about, your Mars is warring, is like fighting something, working hard on something, and you won, and that requires you or another part of the situation to walk away, and either is you or the other part are still looking back. Even though you're walking away, or that part is walking away, there's still memories of the past. Because we have here nice Six of Cups. So yeah, after walking away, someone still reminiscent of the past are still looking back. I don't know why. It's, oh yeah, right, I know why. There is emotion there. Because look at how many cups are there. Of course, it's like this hurt of leaving something for a greater things. Of course, that's the Eight of Cups. We leave something behind, a situation that wasn't making us happy. Because we're searching for the next level of happiness. That's the Nine of Cups, and then after that's the 10, right? The completion of the journey. So this journey, it talks also about emotion. There's like this, there's passion and emotion regards to something. Because I do see there's wands everywhere too. Like we have Nine of Wands, Six of Wands. So there's movement, energy, going forward to something, and then walking away, and but still looking back to better times. Let's see what you're looking at. Okay, so yeah, this is what you're looking at back. A situation, a relationship that it didn't work, it didn't go. It didn't go as you wanted it. There was some unfairness in the situation, and someone didn't see the potential in the situation of how could it like been fulfilling for both parties. But yeah, there's a, it's like you're looking back at what the agreements that were not met, like the things that were discussed but not, and maybe written, signed down on paper and everything, but it the parties were not in agreement at the end, or maybe they didn't understand what was the requirement for that to fulfill this agreement or this contract. um, yeah, you can translate this to any situation, but let's say an example like, so you were working really hard in the marriage. Now that we have the Eurofund, I could put some context on an example. It's an example. So you're working really hard to maintain a marriage, a situation, but it crumbles, it falls apart, and probably the parties just leave. And either there was like some sort of like divorce, if I have like the Eurofund, and the reverse, like someone had to like walk away and felt victorious while doing so, like feeling that they dodge a bullet there. But as they walking away, they still feeling kind of like sad for the things that are left behind, looking back, you know, looking back to the situation. That was not that fair. It was not equal. Below the two of Pentacles in reverse, I can see the Ten of Cups. So there was maybe a fantasy too. Maybe there was this fantasy of things that were, yeah, probably that's what you're looking at. Maybe you're looking back at what would it have been, what could have been, like what should have been, like the could have, would have, should have, and this dream that you had towards this situation, and it probably didn't go the way you wanted, but I don't feel like it was, if it didn't go, I don't feel like it was bad that it didn't go like the way you wanted. If it didn't manifest itself as you wanted, and you happen to walk away, I don't think it's that bad, because there is an element of someone not fulfilling the contract. So if there was some sort of imbalance, you probably felt that was the reason why you had to walk away. And you know, Capricorns were just like that. So if you have Mars in Capricorn, yeah, like it's like we agree on this. What's going on? You know, like you might have felt like, but I don't want to put like, maybe you didn't feel like that. No, I'm gonna say that. But anyways, like it's just Mars in Capricorn is yeah. Okay. I think you know what you are like. Someone that is trustworthy, that you do follow. You seek for longevity, so you make solid relationships and structure. So if this didn't happen the way that you wanted, I don't feel it was bad that it crumbled down, because there was a tower. Towers comes when things were not built on solid foundation. So that's the thing that needs to be examined, and not what was lost. It's not the going back to the feelings of regret or loss, of how was it better before, or what you wanted, or yeah, it's not that. Like the lesson is to see why it crumbled down, why it didn't work. And and you're seeking happiness. So the learning from this experience might get you there. Sorry for my English. I don't know what's happening today. Okay. You're probably like, what? Okay, anyways, that's all I have for you, and I'm sorry I'm just rambling. It's kind of late. Okay, bye people. Ciao.